Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave and welcome to my channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Before we get started, we have to do the price of admission. I don't charge much for these videos. Like, subscribe, and the bell notification below. Look, I see you guys are watching my videos, but you guys are all not sub yet. So let me help you by helping me out here. Give you guys a few seconds to do this here. Okay, few seconds, we got that out the way. I'm not here for long intros. So in today's video, we're coming back to Kevin Samuels. I have to say, this is a very interesting video where we had a female caller who had questions for Kevin regarding how to keep a husband. Let's just say it got a little bit contentious. So we're gonna get to the video, we're gonna let Kevin cook, and we're gonna try to make this make sense.
What is the disagreement?
So some of the things that I've heard you say about keeping a husband, I'm a little bit confused about them because in my regular life, and of course I've never dated a high value man, which we know you said that most women can't really get that. So I'm talking about regular guys here.
Regular guys.
You said that we can't keep men because we are combative and we're aggressive. And in my experience, I think more aggressive women I've seen honestly keep men more.
Ma'am?
More aggressive.
How are we defining keep?
When I say keep, as in they're the ones that are being kept by the man. You're in the house.
How are we defining keep? We keep score over here by weddings.
Okay.
Marriages, wedding rings.
Well, one woman I know is married. The other two.
One woman.
One.
Well, I'm talking about the examples that I'm talking about, not all.
Okay. Okay.
But this person who is someone who I looked up to because she was married young. She did it the right way, and I did not. So I looked up to her.
So what you're saying is, hey, Kevin, what you and the other hundreds of thousands of men are saying, they want women who are cooperative, not combative. But what I'm seeing in my anecdotal world is one woman who is combative is married.
No.
Okay, that's what I just heard. What's wrong with what I just...
Wait a minute. I'm pausing here. Did y'all hear that as well? Because that's what I just heard. Kevin did a good job of playing that back. She just said that in her specific example, that a woman that she looked up to is combative. She's aggressive in keeping her husband. And then she just said, no. I'm already confused, y'all. Are y'all confused? Let's continue.
Said.
Okay, well, what I'm trying to say, this person isn't combative necessarily, but
what?
What I've seen with women who have men, they're kind of...
I said, man, you said that women are kept. And I said, how are we defining keep? You said kept. I said, we define by weddings, marriages. That's how we define over here. Because you did start off saying marriages, ma'am. So you cannot go between dating and marriages. How are we keeping score?
Well, we can keep score by marriage if you like.
That's the only way we keep score. That's the only thing you can see. So you're saying that men would marry women who are combative?
Not necessarily combative, but they just have other qualities that I feel like I just don't understand how...
Y'all hear this?
I don't know
what
I'm trying to say here. There's women that I look up to that are married, and I'll ask them certain questions about keeping a man, and they're kind of aggressive. They're not... Some of them aren't house women. They're not cooking and cleaning. They're just, but they will fight you.
Look at Kevin.
They will,
he about to lose it.
Man, okay.
They're married.
Due respect, I don't really understand the point you're trying to make. You asked these women about what?
About, being in a relationship. How do you get a man to stay with you?
What happened when you asked your mother?
My mother is not married.
Okay. All right. So the women you asked, and this one woman that you're talking about is married, yes or no?
Yes.
And you asked her, what do you do to keep your marriage going?
Yes.
And what did she say?
I don't know. First, she just said it's love. You know, they got married young. It was like a high school sweetheart kind of thing. and I don't know, to be partners in a partnership and all that stuff. But I feel like that's disingenuous. But what I've seen is different than what I'm being shown, what I'm being told. What I see
What
is
did
that,
she say?
Right.
that
Can we
they,
get it
they
out?
loved each other. That's why they're married. Just make sure that you love him, you be there for him.
See, this is what I need. Okay, and this is what.
Before Kevin starts cooking here, are you guys lost? Because this is throwing me way out of here. So she is literally, I don't want to jump the gun here. Maybe Kevin's going to say what I'm going to say here. But it sounds like that she has one example. This sounds like this woman's her best friend who's married and she's aggressive. She probably, you know, beats the crap out of her man. Who knows? Just the way she's talking about it. She's all over this word salad. But she's using her one woman friend as an example for all men, because she just said, I see things differently. But how can you say you see things differently from men when you're only basing off one woman? But it just seems like that she can't get her points off, and it's just all over the place here. But let's see if she can stay on code here and if Kevin can get it out of her. So let's get back to the video. Oh boy.
What do the men say they want?
What do we want?
The men said that they want a woman who's there for them, who's good.
Then why don't you do what the men French toast ass say instead of what you think you see and what one woman told you? Why don't you listen to the buyers instead of the sellers?
I do. But
Okay.
buying are
Excuse me?
If you did, you would be calling in.
Excuse me? You people who are what? The people who are buying? I want to be clear what you said.
The men in the situation, they're telling me one thing, but the women that they are keeping, the women they are
Ma'am, the men,
What?
are you talking about you talk to their husbands?
no.
What?
Okay, don't get frustrated at me because you can't be clear about what you're asking.
I'm
The
not
chat room's confused too, so I'm sorry. I can only go on what.
I'm confused too. I'm just pausing to see in the comment section with my family here in my tribe that do you understand what she's saying here? Because I don't get it here. You know that, you know, aggressive women are keeping us. Here's the thing. What do us men want? I've been repeating this on so many of my videos, and we're going to say it again. Fit, feminine, and friendly. The last one is friendly. Why do we men want an aggressive, non-friendly woman we want to come home to on a hard day? But what is she saying here? Let's get back to the video. Maybe she's going to get to it. Maybe. Let's give her a chance, right? Let's get back.
What you tell me. What is the question you ultimately have?
Yeah, what's the
How
question?
about that?
Yeah, good, Kev. Good. Let's get to it.
My question that I have is, why, when I listen to you and you say,
What is the question you ultimately have? Don't
Right.
give me the background. What is the question? What is the confusion? What
Let's
is
get
the
it.
issue?
Let's get it going here, y'all.
the issue that I have is that I just don't believe that. I think men are kept by their women, and I think that
Then fine. Then do that and die alone. I don't care what you think.
Well,
No one cares what you think at 25. I want you to understand what the men keep asking for. That's the mother freaking problem. You think you know better than us.
No, I don't. I'm asking you. I don't think I know better.
You're not really
Okay,
asking.
you say the men are kept by their women, meaning what?
Okay. The men are kept by their women, as in these women are more aggressive than me. You know what I mean? They're.
Are they, ma'am? These women, you talked to. Okay.
Help us. Help us.
I'm clearly speaking on my life and my life experience.
Ma'am, you talked about one woman that's married.
Okay.
You keep saying these.
I'm pausing here. I want to add this point. You see how one woman, an anecdotal situation, can jade a woman's whole perspective on a man. You see, the way this conversation is going here is going nowhere. But you can tell the way she's trying to describe her story, trying to describe her friend here, trying to describe men, or actually one particular man who's married to her friend here. And it seems like it skewed her to look at all men, all of us the same. Because she literally said, I see differently what the men say, what she has, and what you guys are saying it differently. And she's trying to take one marriage, one example, and put it all on us. You see how women keep other women single? because this is not good advice, whatever she's getting, because she can't even explain how her friend says to keep a man. Let's get back to the video.
These women, I only care about the married women.
Okay.
How many, do you know many married women?
No.
Oh,
Then what do you,
seriously? Oh my God.
see any problem with that?
Y'all hear this?
That is a problem. I do
Do
have a
you see
problem.
any problem with that though? You're judging what you're trying to judge the market and men based upon women who are not married and what they say and what you think you see. But the one thing is, I said we judge on marriages. I don't care what women in the streets are saying. Do
It's
you
not-
want to be married?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I just think that's the right thing to do. Women should be married.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
That's just what I'm being told is the right thing to do.
Okay, well, jump off a bridge.
Oh my God.
That's the right thing to do too. If you want to
What?
die, jump off a bridge.
Well, I don't.
What? What did Kev say? What is these burns here he be doing? Wait, the right thing to do if you want to take yourself out, jump off a bridge. You guys see my channel. I agree with a lot with Kevin Samuels here, but I'm not gonna agree with him on this one because you know what though, Kev? Those last few seconds, your anxiety, that's not a happy ending. No pun intended here. But why he do that? Yo, that was messed up. Let's get back to the video. But I think she brought on herself though, right? Because you can't, we can't keep going with this here, right? Let's get back. Wow.
I want to die. I want to.
Okay,
live.
then your want matters. So don't just tell me why do you want to get married?
So that I can create a stable foundation for my
For
children,
whom?
future generations,
For whom?
for my children, and for future.
Right. What's your marriage? What is your they did it right marriage model?
Good question.
I don't have a lot of examples of that.
What is your they did it right marriage model?
They did it right. You get married. You have
Where
children.
no, what is your that couple did it right marriage model? What public couple is they did it right? Your
Don't
public
say-
couple, they did it right.
Don't say Will and Jada.
As in celebrities, I honestly don't.
I don't care if they're celebrities, I say public. Because I don't know your grandparents or anybody else. So I need to know. See, what I'm showing is you put a lot of faith, you put a lot of stock in your little anecdotal world.
I don't want to do that.
But I need you to listen.
Okay.
You put a lot of stock in your anecdotal world. My world is much bigger than yours. And it's loaded with men saying what the hell they want.
Let me pause here. And I want to ask the tribe the question here. What examples do you have who did it right? Okay. Do y'all want to put celebrities in the comments section over here? Or do you have personal? Here's what I'm going to do here since this is my channel and I'm being open in my videos here. You know what my example is? My parents. I'm going to put that out there front and center. My father was married to my mother for 49 and a half years. They were 5 months shy of their 50th wedding anniversary when he asked me to help him out before he had a heart attack and passed away. And I was 6 months shy of turning 40. So I had my father for almost 40 years of my life. I seen my father married to my mom. Of course, they were together for 50 years, had kids and grandkids. And you know what though? As much as I know my mom can be a trouble and hassle at times, but you know what though? When it came down to it, she followed that man's lead. I had a model that was successful to look at, and not even going further to looking at my grandparents and other aunts and uncles. So that's the problem that we see in the community today, especially with black people. We do not have great examples of fathers or marriages in the home. I wouldn't put that out there that my parents were married almost 50 years. That is my example. That is why I go hard in my videos here. It may sound crazy at times when some people don't understand it because they don't experience that. That is my experience, and I want to keep preaching that. So let's see what else Kevin's got to say here. Let's get back to the video here.
You don't have a they did it right marriage model. I ask you why you want to be married and you don't have a why, other than it's just the right thing to do.
That's what you guys told me.
But I need you to be okay. Have you ever had a relationship?
Good question.
Not really.
Thank
Ooh.
you. Your problem is not relationships. Your problem, you're socially awkward because you can't even have a conversation that's not annoying.
Annoying.
Well, that's
Wow,
the thing. I
Kev.
know I have a problem. That's why.
Well, that's good. You know that, but your problem is not men and what men are saying. Your problem is even right here. I don't want to talk to you anymore, and I'm patient.
Wow.
Well, I'm not socially awkward. I'm in this conversation. It's a little heated because I'm trying to get my point across and I'm not doing it very well. So I'm a little.
That's not my problem now, is it?
No, it's not.
Well, whatever the issue is, ma'am, it's on your side.
Okay.
And you say you're not socially awkward. You're 25 years old and haven't had a relationship?
Not a long-term relationship.
Then that kind of leads towards socially awkward, ma'am, whether you like the word or not. If you were a man, are you a virgin?
No.
What's the longest relationship you ever had?
About 5 months or so.
When was the last time you were actually intimate with somebody? No one can see you.
Probably about 3 months ago.
All right. Ma'am, 5-month relationship at 25 years old, that leans towards socially awkward.
Okay.
I gotta pause that here because how many times, men, we may not have thought about this in this scenario, but we're looked at as awkward at times because, it takes us a while to grow into becoming a man. But from this situation here, how many women have we come across that are actually socially awkward? The fact that she's having these questions in a way that she can't even be clear in her communication, and then was broken down that she's only had her longest relationship is 5 months, so not able to sustain long-term, relationships with other men. It is showing that we see a lot of women, especially on Kevin Samuels callers, that they are socially awkward, but they don't think that. It sounds crazy. Like, wait, what are you saying? I'm awkward. Let's watch this back here. Do you think that she's socially awkward? And how many women have you come across that are just like this here, who can't communicate and cannot hold down relationships? Something to think about in your own personal life. Let's get back to the rest of this video here.
So before you start worrying about men, you need to kind of get a grasp of what it is, your
I was
EQ.
going to do that, but
All right.
you said that we shouldn't do that. That you shouldn't try.
You're not. But okay. First off, don't say that I said you shouldn't. I don't know you. You have never booked a session with me, so don't make me responsible for what you think you hear in a podcast.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
To follow good advice, and you said that a lot of women.
Ma'am, I don't know you, and I'm gonna tell you right now, based on the conversation I've already had, you hear what you want to hear. Go back and listen to this. I listen very well. So I can't be responsible for what you think you heard.
Okay. So you.
I'm going to stop the video here because Kevin cut her off. He was done. Wow. 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 That threw me off here. I don't know about you guys here, but the way that was like a word salad going in circles and circles and couldn't even understand what she was saying. And then the questions that she was using was anecdotal in regards to her looking at marriages and this one woman who's aggressive. Do you see, guys, here how we are telling women here? We have these channels on YouTube and other platforms for a reason. And we are telling you, ladies, this is what we want. And what are we seeing here? We are seeing women. She clearly says, I watch your channel. I watch your content, but the women are saying something differently. So what do we see about the sister code? All it takes is one woman, one marriage, one situation, and she views that for all men. Now, I know that I speak for black men here because I'm a black person and this is a black channel, but my tribe here is all races. And I have a lot of men here who can stick the same thing as well for all other kinds of women here. This is so crazy and so asinine, but that's why we got to keep this going here. We got to keep speaking. We got to keep talking. We got to keep these dialogues going here because clearly women are not paying attention to us, men. So what we have to do, we have to keep talking. We got to keep putting it out there. And you know what, for my guys out here, you may not find a woman here in the States. It may have to be somewhere else here. The point is that we continue this here so that we don't let men fall into the trap of women like this who clearly is listening to other women and don't want to listen to what we got to say. We are telling you, we are the buyers. Don't listen to sellers. The point with this video is women keeping other women single and women not listening to us. Keep that in mind. Comment, like, subscribe, click on the bell notification below. I want to hear what the tribe have to say of this video here. The comments about this woman, about Kevin, and if I'm off base in my assessments here. But until next time, YouTube world, I am that dude named Dave. See y'all later.